trying to get our 2 boys ready to carry them to golf tournament before practice, right? 12 cats live across the road. Our door's open, screen's broke. We need to get a new screen door, but the screen's broke, so you can come in through the screen, but you can't get back out of it. I turn and look, there's a little kitty cat in our kitchen. So I said, what are you doing in here, little kitty cat? By that time, the cat turns, tries to get back out. That screen won't go that way. Cat starts going, meow, all crazy. And I told our players, we need more dogs. Bo's barking in the back. I have to go shut Bo up. Mel's like, what's going on? I said, there's a cat in the house. Cat in the house? I said, yeah, there's a cat in the house. So I told our players, I tried to let it out the front door. Meow, meow, the cat's still going crazy in there. And I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
If I could determine what the hell he's going to look like next year, that's just what I have no idea. I got to wait till next year to watch him play. I mean, I can't do that. You know.
You would anticipate,
wait,
right?
Wait a minute. I see Bailey. The image is fading. Just a second. Coming back. Yes. Images are tough to deal with. Sometimes you got to get them in line. Yes, I see Bailey being better.
Do you see him being the playmaker for next year's team?
I mean, this is a damn cheap piece of crystal here. This isn't expensive enough to answer all those questions. This thing. Wait a minute, there's something forming here. Forming. It says, what a question.
4 picks against Grossman and 2 fumbles. What do you see about the Bears? We shut them down that way?
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a 3rd game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the 3rd game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Thanks, Coach. Matt Leinart will be one of the persons.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
Anybody tell you that I miss practice, if a coach say I miss practice and y'all hear it, then that's that. I mean, I might have missed 1 practice this year. But if somebody say he doesn't come to practice, it can be 1 practice. Out of all the practices this year, that's enough. If I can't practice, I can't practice, man. If I'm hurt, I'm hurt. I mean, simple as that. It ain't about that. I mean, it's not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's easy to talk about. It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. Well, Coach, I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that. And I'm not shoving it aside, you know, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We talking about practice, man. We talking about practice. We talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We talking about practice, man. When you come in the arena and you see me play, don't you?
Absolutely.
You see me give everything I got, right?
Absolutely.
But we talking about practice right now.
But it's an issue that you're
We talking about practice.
to raise.
Man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me too. I mean, it's strange to me too. But we talking about practice, man. We're not even talking about the game, the actual game, when it matters. We talking about practice.
Now, is it possible, though, that from where he's coming from, if you practice, not you would be better, but your teammates would be better?
How the hell can I make my teammates better by practice?
Considering that you're the highest paid state employee and there's a $2 billion budget deficit,
Yep.
do you think that's
Not a dime back.
not a dime back?
Not a dime back. I'd like to be retired someday. I'm getting tired.
1.6 million is enough?
I'm sorry?
1.5 million?
I make a lot more than that.
You do?
Yeah.
What's your
What was the take tonight?
I don't know. What's the deal with Comcast for it?
You're not really that stupid, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
No, I really
My
am.
best advice to you,
Yeah.
shut up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's very polite of you.
No, it wasn't playing. I like how you shut up. This is if you want to talk to me outside, I'm more than happy to talk to you. We're talking about
If these
basketball.
guys covered this stuff, I wouldn't have to do it.
Will you please? Quite frankly, we bring in $12 million to the university. Nothing to do with state funds. We make $12 million a year for this university. Get some facts and come back and see me. Get some facts and come back and see me. Don't throw out salaries or other things. Get some facts and come back and see me. We turn over $12 million to the University of Connecticut, which is state-run. Next question.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked, or the second half. We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly-poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk. Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't gonna beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You know, you can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Yeah, we played a good game. We know what we did.
Is it frustrating to still come away getting nothing on the board?
No, we know what we did.
Tim Taylor was talking about he feels you guys still gained a little bit of momentum because of the way you played.
We know what we did. We know what we did.
What did you do?
Next question.
What did you do? And you know what you did. What do you think you did?
Brooksy, if I want to explain it to you, I would. Next question.
What do you think about Bordeaux's play tonight?
I don't coach Bordeaux. I coach this hockey team in Tampa.
Joe's decision to dress Russ Ruslan, and was that pre-planned going in?
To dress him?
To dress him and not play him?
No. I got into a flow. I lost him in the first period, and you know, that's what happens. When you don't play well, that's what happens. You get put on the outside, and I lost him in the first, and so I just didn't go back to it.
What's the mood amongst the guys in the locker room?
Good.
What was the exchange with McClain? Your exchange?
What's that?
John McClain.
Johnny McClain?
Yeah.
You should ask him.
Are you answering no questions or what?
I guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy. You get that through your head?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a waste of time.
Well, then get the fuck out of here then.
I am.
Okay, see ya. Next question.
John, was the end of the game about sending a little bit of a message for Game 6 that you guys are still here, you're not going anywhere?
No, we're continuing to play. It's a series. Next question.
I think the fans are going to be in Tampa.
The fans? I don't control that, you know. I just coach my hockey team. I know how we'll be in Tampa.
Feel good about the way you played in terms of carrying it over to the next game?
We know what we did.
Do you feel confident going back home?
Very confident. Very confident.
You feel this allowed us some chances tonight? Looked like you had some pretty good opportunities.
We did. We had some good offensive opportunities. Thanks, guys.
Coaching in the National Hockey.
That's how I feel. Damn sick and tired of getting out rebounded. 25 offensive rebounds. First time we block out, we get called for a damn block out. We're pushing people. Meanwhile, they're on the other court grabbing rebounds, going over the top and grabbing them. We get one offensive rebound, the other get called for over the back. We don't block out very damn well, and we're not getting called, one or the other. That's where I'm frustrated. That's where my whole frustration comes in, offensive rebounds. The entire thing came down to offensive rebound. They got every stinking offensive rebound, we didn't get one of them. What else do you want to know? Is it just me? Am I the only one? It came down to offensive rebounds. The whole game was offensive rebounds. Krista Clement blocks out, gets called for blocking out. Krista Phillips goes up for our only offensive rebound in the second half, gets it over the back call. Meanwhile, they're getting rebounds like they're going out of style. I'll bet any money I go back to that videotape and watch, and there's a lot of shoving going on. We didn't get one damn call the entire game. So the idea of this game is to recruit football players and move them around that basket and get rebounds. I should have played a little more muscle, is what I should have done. That's so frustrating. You have no idea how frustrating it is to play a half of basketball we did and come back in the second half and just totally lay an egg on the glass. After the game, was I mad? Yes. Did I express to them I was mad? I was furious. Just furious. And I said, I hope you guys feel the same doggone way I feel. I don't know why or whatever the reason was, but I'll tell you what, I would go out of this locker room feeling pretty doggone mad. Mad, bad, whatever the word is for it. I just upset. I certainly walk in that locker room and say, great job, I'll tell you that, because I don't think they feel like they did a great job. Watching 48 more hours of videotape, gain another 10 pounds, that's how you get ready for Sunday, okay? Bust my tail end of trying to get videotape so I can get those kids ready, so when Sunday rolls around, we're ready to play. Will they be ready to play mentally? Yes. I got to believe they're in that locker room just totally peeved. I would believe that totally. Will they be ready to play Sunday? Absolutely. Will this bother them? No. It'll fuel their fire, if nothing else. It's certainly going to fuel mine. Maybe we should put some pads on like that guy from Oklahoma State did. Put football pads or basketball turned into that kind of game. So we can rebound a little better. I'm not going to sleep. Sorry, I apologize, but I'm very frustrated.
What do you want to know? Come on. Or I'm going to go in now, so if you don't... What? Doesn't matter which one run. There'll be a quarterback that'll be named next week that'll be the starter. There's 3 quarterbacks on this football team. Whichever one starts, starts. Whichever ones don't, we'll back him up. Period. Cut and dried. It's nobody's concern but ours. Nobody's. Next.
Injuries from the game?
Talk to the trainer. Next.
Mike, why are you in such a bad mood?
What do you care?
Good.
Okay. If you were 2-7, you'd be in a bad mood, too. What next?
Mike, is this more like a training camp type practice as opposed to a regular season?
Yes. Next. Not very much fun, is it? No?
Not at all.
All right. I'll see you guys.
I'll talk about this article right here. If anybody hasn't read this article, I don't read it. This was brought to me by a mother of children. I think this is worth reading. Let me tell you why I want to talk about this article. 3/4 of this is inaccurate. It's fiction. And this article embarrasses me to be involved with athletics tremendously. And that article had to have been written by a person that doesn't have a child and has never had a child that's had their heart broken and come home upset and had to deal with the child when he is upset and kick a person when he's down. Here's all that kid did. He goes to class. He's respectful to the media. He's respectful to the public. And he's a good kid. And he's not a professional athlete. And he doesn't deserve to be kicked when he's down. If you have a child someday, you'll understand how it feels. But you obviously don't have a child. I do. If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game, or says he's fat, and he comes home crying to his mom, you'd understand. But you haven't had that. But someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand. If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right things. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared. That ain't true. And then to say that we made that decision because Donovan Woods, because he threatened to transfer, that's not true. So get your facts straight. And I hope someday you have a child and somebody downgrades them and belittles them, and you have to look them in the eye and say, you know what? It's okay. They're supposed to be mature adults, but they're really not. Who's the kid here? Who's the kid here? Are you kidding me? That's all I got to say. Makes me want to puke.
One of your guys have taken a third man in.
I'm not going to answer any questions from you.
You're not?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll speculate.
You speculate and be as sarcastic as you can be, as you usually are.
I will.
Go right ahead.
Good. Should one of you guys have taken a third man in?
I said I'm not answering any of your questions. Have you ever fought before?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Why? Are you challenging me now?
No, I'm not challenging you.
Okay.
You know, Redden sticks up for his teammates the other night.
Yeah.
And you come out with some sarcastic article.
It was funny.
It was funny?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You were probably beat up in the bus stop most of the time.
I think so, huh?
Next.
The late second period goal. Even the late
You're a
second.
great representative of the city. You know that?
Will you let these other guys just go stand somewhere else, would you please?
No, I won't.
How good do you really believe you are? Because you got people out there looking at you and saying, he's just talking smack. How good do you believe you are?
Well, I believe my numbers speak for themselves. I mean, my tape speaks for itself. My tape is my resume. That's what I leave it up to. I mean, you can say whatever you want. Skip can say whatever he wants, but Skip, whenever you refer to me, whenever you speak to me, whenever you address me as all-pro Stanford graduate, because those are some accomplishments you can aspire to, you will never accomplish. You have never accomplished anything. So, but those things are on my resume. Those are what I've done. It's my second year in the NFL, going on my third. I mean, you tell me who's wrong.
Okay, I'll accept that. I think I've accomplished more in my field than you have in yours, though you're just getting started.
So I'm the top of my field. So I'm all pro. I'm the best, one of the best 22 players in the NFL. You're going to brush it off, but I don't think you're the best 22 anything in sports and in media and anything. I think you think more of yourself than you actually can, prove. But
Okay. Do you think you're better than Darrelle Revis is right now?
In my 24 years of life, I'm better at life than you.
Okay.
So
All right, that's fair.
Let's
All
get
right.
down to
well,
that
let's not get personal here. I just
No,
want to
no,
know,
it's not
do
personal.
you
This is
think you're
resume.
better than Darrelle Revis is right now?
I'm better than you. So I have nothing to say about him. I mean, that's pretty much done. My numbers speak for themselves.
Now, you want to trash talk me, which is totally cool with me.
Actually, I'm on a campaign to do a lot of community service.
Okay, I know you are at your high school. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Speaking at high school, speaking to high school kids.
What's your goal? Richard, what's your motive here?
To be the best NFL corner in
Okay, but do you want to promote yourself into a bigger name, a household name, so that you can do more commercials and maybe have your own show? Is that your goal?
The first team All-Pro is my goal. I accomplished it. So now it's on to bigger and better things. Those are my goals. Those are always going to be my goals. Fine. That is perfectly fine because I understand that. I am intelligent enough and capable enough to understand that you are ignorant, pompous, egotistical, cretin. And that's really what it comes down to. And I'm going to crush you on here in front of everybody because I'm tired of hearing about it.
I think you're having a problem crushing me because you've avoided every question that we've asked you about why you're engaging in so much trash talk with Revis and Roddy and all the others.
I'm talking to you right now. This isn't about any of them. So let's talk here, right now. I mean, you're bringing up old stuff. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about right here, right now. On the screen, it says 12 picks, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 NFL seasons. Let's talk about that.
Okay,
until
Richard,
otherwise spoken.
Richard, you're not letting the numbers speak for themselves. You're speaking for Richard Sherman. Again and again and again, you're taking away the focus of how good you were the last 2 years on the field because you're only becoming known for your trash talking.
Because you're not listening. You're not actually paying attention.
That's all I can do.
What you said
every day.
Earlier today was apparent. It was obvious that you didn't watch the season. You didn't watch my tape. You said I'm not even in the same class, the same discussion.
You're not.
That's when you lose credibility. That's when you lose credibility.
No, I don't.
Because
I gained it.
You couldn't argue valid points to prove that. You couldn't argue anything. You could just say it. That's an opinion, and that's why your opinion is discredited because there's no facts behind it. There are facts to everything I say. There are facts that support things I say. Explain to me your facts.
About Darrelle Revis?
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old. What we are is young, exciting, hardworking, and going to improve. People don't realize that. And as soon as they realize that those 3 guys are not coming through that door, the better this town will be for all of us. Because they're young guys in that room playing their off. I wish we had $90 million under the salary cap. Wish we could buy the world. We can't. The only way we can do is work hard.
Start slow. We actually started off great. Got 3 straight stops, missed 3 straight layups, and can't do that against good teams. We actually came out in the second half and got a couple of 50-50 balls, and we just missed 3 point-blank layups. And I can't do that against good teams. And guys didn't listen at halftime. I just said on the radio, I'm struggling with this crew right now. They won't let me coach them. Anytime I coach somebody, they put their head down. We're soft. We've been enabled for whatever reason. I got a bunch of mama's boys right now, and we just won't buck up and bow our necks, and we got to get through that. We got to get through that. I'm tired of coaching a guy and having him roll his eyes or put his head down or feel sorry for himself. I'm tired of that. I mean, this is big time. People lose their jobs. They don't put their head down. They go get another job. Guys get sick. They find a way to get healthy. You report to work. You report to duty. We got men and women serving our country. They don't get to take days off. We're going to college and getting it paid for. Somebody just got a text here. All right, next question.
Does that lead to maybe the rebounding trouble you guys have?
Pardon?
Does that lead to the rebounding trouble you guys have?
You know what, guys? I think rebounding. I think it's twofold. I've been telling my wife this for years. Size doesn't matter, and I really think that when it comes to rebound, I just think it's heart and effort. And I think a guy's got to just go out there and play, and that's the biggest rebound deficit we've had. I think all year long. I don't think we've been out rebounding by more than that. Maybe it was St. Bonaventure, but I don't. Maybe. Yeah, but we haven't been out rebounded like that all year long.
Can you talk about TJ Sack's performance, the guy from Murray State that you had no film on,
Oh, we had film. We knew exactly what TJ was going to do. We knew he was going to be juiced. We knew he was going to play well. Played well in the first half for sure. Comes out of there. Matter of fact, wasn't he the leading scorer at halftime? At 9 points. But the thing that I'm disappointed in is we told him about Payne. We just said he hasn't made baskets. This kid's looking to score. He's looking to shoot the ball. He shot 40 more shots than anybody else on the team. He's going to continue to shoot the ball. And bless you. And you've got to be ready for it. And we weren't. We got him jump started there a little bit in the zone. Hit a couple threes, and that hurt us.
How much tougher was it with Marcus's kind of off game today?
Oh, Marcus, off game? Off game? Yeah, Marcus had an off game. Marcus was absolutely awful. That's about as PG rated as I can say it. He was awful. Our guards were awful. Our 3 starting guards had 1 assist and 7 turnovers. They must think it's a tax credit. It's unbelievable how our starting guards play. And let's talk about our big guys. 2 for 11. How can you go 2 for 11? My wife can score more than 2 buckets on 11 shots because I know my wife will at least shot fake 1 time. But those guys aren't listening. They're uncoachable right now. I think, Todd, what I got to get to the point is that every time they don't do something what we want to do in practice, we just put them on the treadmill or push-ups. We've done that a little bit, but we'll just be more consistent with it. To me, when you've got a young team, it's a lot like house training a puppy dog. You know what? When the dog does something wrong, bad dog. Well, I'm not going to hit him. I'm not going to swat him, but bad dog, get on the treadmill. That's probably what we need to do. If we could practice by the NCAA rules, we would go home and practice tonight, but we can't because of the rules.
You've usually been pretty good at transition. You had a couple of breaks tonight, 2-on-1, 3-on-2. You weren't able to convert.
There was a sniper in the gym. Didn't you see that? I mean, we had guys falling down. I mean, we had a guy snipered at half court. 2 guys snipered at half court. It was unbelievable. I thought Navy SEAL Team 6 was out there. I mean, our guys were coming across it. I mean, just nobody around them and just fell down on the ground. How does that happen? We had a saying at Kansas, sniper. I mean, I don't know what happened.
What did Bronson show you his first game back?
He showed me he's not ready to play, But in his defense, he hadn't played. He hadn't played in 6 games. But good gracious. I mean, 1 for 5. That's a bad stat line. 1 for 5, 3 rebounds, 4 fouls, and 1 turnover. That's not a good stat line, especially for him.
Weren't State doing anything specific about the 13 turnovers? The way they got out defensively, did that just, in your mind, affect you too much?
Well, when you look at their stats, they only had 5 steals. And I'd like to give them some credit. And I think where I could give them credit is how they played offensively. But defensively, I don't think they did anything that really caused us an issue other than, and I don't mean that in a derogative way. I think, you saw how we turned the ball over. We made 3 turnovers tonight where we just came down and threw them the ball. I swear, I thought one time that one of our players said Merry Christmas. I thought it was a gift. I thought they signed the package over. I think Sapp, because he just came back, transferred first game. I think we wanted to give him a couple of Christmas gifts, a couple of stockings.
Did LA give up too much to get a guy who has been labeled soft, although he puts up 19 and 9, which only 11 other guys do?
Is that a trick question?
You tell me.
They gave up Kwame Brown. Who
first
cares?
Rounders.
I could care less.
Tied into his salary for 4 years.
First of all, understand something. When you're giving up first-round picks, if you are a quality team in playoff contention, it really doesn't mean that much. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, Kwame Brown is gone. The City of Angels, Hollywood, just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever. Plays no defense. Doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it. And you're asking me whether they gave up too much? Please. The Los Angeles Lakers knew exactly what they were doing. They should be celebrating right now, and Kobe Bryant should not be saying a word.
His contract.
Point the finger at him.
You can talk about the vacation, and if you do that, it's really unfair. It's really unfair. It's my team. It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair. We lost as a team. We lost as a team, man.
It could be real frustrating.
Your thoughts, Steve?
I love it. T.O.'s always been passionate. He always wore his emotions on his sleeves. Yet and still, this is the fourth youngest team in the NFL. And the problem is, like you reiterated earlier, they cannot turn it on like a light switch. They didn't end well, so went on, and they didn't play well in the first round, their first round of the playoffs.
I've seen that side of him before. When I coached him, when he caught that touchdown pass against the Packers, to win the game in the playoffs, he cried on my shoulder on the sidelines. And then when we gave him the game ball in the locker room, he cried again when he was, talking with the team. And we know he's an emotional guy, but he's a sensitive guy.
Right.
He's very sensitive. And it came out today again. Just kind of shows you how much he cares about this team.
In the meantime, for many fans, they don't know who he is anymore. Talking about defending a quarterback, his teammate, his quarterback like that. Before we get so emotional that he wells up with tears and begins to cry.
What's going to go unannounced also is his work and his preparation just to get back in this game.
To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. Especially you, Tom Jackson. Way to have our back, Keyshawn. Anybody can be beat. So how did that just feel? Felt great. Poetic justice. We know we were a much better team than we came up and represented ourselves. And we were pissed off. We was ready to come back and show us kind of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. People gave us no chance, like we barely made it in playoffs. We're a good football team. It looks like this team played with anger all day. Why, Bart? For all you non-believers, disrespect us, talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league. All we hear is about their defense. They can't stop a nosebleed. 25th in the league, and we the one to get disrespected. Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait. Back to you.
Let's send you down to the field and Aaron Andrews.
Joe, thank you so much. Richard, let me ask you the final play. Take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you?
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB.
All right, and Joe, back over to you.
All right, well, we saw